Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today for this testimonial video on lukewarmness. If you don't know me, my name's Hunter Baggett. I'm here, in Charlotte. I'm part of SMC. I'm also a member of the COGOP. I grew up in COGOP and I was asked to make this little testimonial video. So I'm going to tell you guys about a time in my life where I was really lukewarm and just kind of stagnant in my faith. So first I'm going to take us to John 7, 38 and 39. It says, "Whoever believes in me, as the scripture said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Now this he said about the Spirit, whom those who believe in him were to receive. For as yet the Spirit had not been given, because Jesus was not yet glorified." So basically, this river, I was blocking this river from flowing out of me. There was a time in my life where I wasn't really running from God, but just kind of ignoring him and holding him back, if that makes sense. I'd become spiritually stagnant, and I'd stopped pursuing God and I'd stopped moving forward. And this point in my life, I wasn't reading scripture like I should have been. I wasn't really attending church as often as I should. And I wasn't really showing any activity at all. I was really sluggish in my faith. And that's actually one of the definitions of stagnant, sluggish with no activity. So I looked up a little bit more about stagnant water. So the water, it actually doesn't emit its own odor. If you've ever experienced or smelled like stagnant water, you know it has this odor. Well, that odor actually doesn't come from the water itself. It comes from different organisms and things growing inside of the water that actually don't belong there, so they end up dying. So what begins to happen when you stop this river, when you clog it up with all this junk, when you stop this river from flowing out of your heart, what happens is stuff begins to grow there and take root there that should not be there. And it can it'll drag you down and start to stink, and emotionally you'll feel dead. And we can't become lukewarm or stagnant and allow these things to begin to happen in our life. We need to look deep and clean ourselves out so that we can move forward again, if that makes sense. So basically today, what we need to do, I feel like the way to combat this for me was to break through procrastination. This entire time, whenever I was talking about reading my Bible, I would always say, I'll do it later. I'll do it tonight, or I'll do it, next week. I'll start on Monday and I'll read every day, yada, yada, yada. I'll start this plan at this time, all that kind of stuff. When really that was just me pushing back what I knew God wanted for me right then. So we have to break through this procrastination in order to fix this problem. We have to ourselves make the effort. Getting on fire again for God can also help combat other bondages too, other things that are holding you back. For me, when I started finally getting back into the Word and going to church like I should and living my life for Christ, problems that were affecting my spirit, or problems that I was rooted in my flesh. And as I began to separate my flesh and my spirit and focus on my spirit, that's when these problems, these bondages begin to lift off me. And it was like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. So basically today, I'm just calling you guys to let God work and to be obedient with what he's saying. Whenever he tells you to do something, drop everything and do it. All right. Thank you guys for watching this today. I hope this helped you out in some way, shape, or fashion. And enjoy the rest of Omega. Bye, everyone.